know I'll try to do what I do. All right, well, let's talk about the greatest governor in America.
American history?
In America. I don't want to go that far because I don't know my history on governors. There might be some badass governor out there that I've never heard of. But yeah, Ron DeSantis has been doing a lot of shit. He's been sending people to the border to help. I don't think it's gonna work just because of what's going on at the border. But he's been fighting very hard in this whole sexual indoctrination towards kids. He's that's really kind of his legacy at this point, is that he's really fought against that. So he's proposing a bill, and I just wanted to play it because I think it's a really I really hope this bill gets proposed and gets pushed through, and hopefully it comes down to maybe even us voting on it. I don't know, but let's see.
And then we also did a bill, which is sad that we're even having discussed this, to criminalize the mutilation of minors who are undergoing these sex change operations by these really rogue ideological physicians. And we've had heartbreaking testimony from people that have gone through this when they were minors. Now they're adults. And this is something they're now having to overcome really for the rest of their lives because irreversible changes were made. We banned this administratively last year through our medical board. So if a medical doctor did this, they lose the license in Florida, which is appropriate, but we felt you had to do more. I mean, if you're taking off the private parts of some 15-year-old kid, you should go to jail for that. This is just totally unacceptable. One of the things we did in that bill, though, is we're giving the victims the ability to sue the physicians. So if you've gone through this as a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old, now you're 24, 25, and you have all this irreversible damage, you bring suit against them because they violated the Hippocratic Oath. They put their ideology ahead of evidence-based medicine, and we just think that's fundamentally wrong in the state of Florida.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Hardline stances, baby. And here's the other thing that I love about DeSantis is he doesn't pussyfoot around with the language. He calls it a sex change. He doesn't go with this gender affirming nonsense. Like, that's one thing that I love about him, and that's the type of shit that gets you to the presidency.
He's definitely going.
I mean, look at what he's pushing through. If he actually pushes this through and gets it passed, that's going to be a huge thing to brag about if you're running for president. So, there's also another clip.
I would love to see what lefties have to say in the comments under this video.
You know, we could pull that up.
I mean, honestly, it's probably just a bunch of
He's a transphobic piece of shit.
A couple of death threats are in there for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. And even though Twitter has changed hands, they're still not going to do anything about that.
Here's somebody. What about parental consent?
Alex was like, "Yeah, jail the parents too. Fuck out of here."
Yeah, fuck that.
Yes, if you are underage, you cannot cut your penis off or transform your vagina into a penis.
And again, back to the thing of the language. He paints that vivid picture for people. Like, you're taking the private parts off of 15-year-olds and then calling it care. And then irreversible
affirming care for that. Think about that. Care for affirming. Have you ever heard of needing medical attention to be affirmed for something? Now, you look good today, Chris. Did you need medical attention for that confirmation?
No, your words did just fine, Skrill. Thank you.
Don't ever look at me like that in the eyes again. Okay. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. That red cap.
Your words were satisfactory enough. Well, you're right though. The point is it's propaganda. It's not care. It's actually the opposite of care. The fact that so many people toe that fucking line, and when I say so many people, I mean a lot of people on the right wing that are, in the media that'll use that term. And it's just because it's the term. I love that the right has. Remember a couple years ago, that was a thing that I used to rail on the right of, like, why are you following along with these fucking terms? and then complaining about political correctness. It's your fault.
Because you're adhering to it.
You're adhering to it while you're arguing, while you're complaining against it. It doesn't make sense.